Good day, goeiedag, fellow South Africans. Now, you don't have to be a genius to understand why things are going pear-shaped in South Africa. South Africa has just borrowed 33 billion rand to upgrade Eskom. And in the video that follows, there's a discussion about payoffs. We're talking about corruption within the ANC, which is obviously there under Zuma, and the general public in South Africa fear that the same thing's happening now under Ramaphosa. But the interesting issue here is that the South African government under the EFF are talking about nationalising the Reserve Bank. Now, does that remind you of Zimbabwe or not? That's exactly what Mugabe did, and look what happened to his currency. And not only that, but the issue also here is China. The elephant in the room here is China, okay? What Ramaphosa and the ANC are doing is they're selling off the family jewels, which are mineral areas up in Limpopo and places like that, and giving over their ports to China, and then claiming to be responsible when they take out huge loans from China. You don't have to be a genius to understand what China is doing. They're going to strip that nation bare. And I just think it's going to go a lot further. I think that China is actually going to colonize Africa. Once it's got the financial control of South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, where apparently in Zambia now companies are now being taken over by China to pay off debts. This is stealth, by slowly coming in and taking over. And South Africa is on the road to just complete implosion. And when it implodes, because of expropriation of land without compensation and the possible nationalization of the Reserve Bank, like Zimbabwe, you got to start again. So why wait till the ANC do you over? Do it now. Get the hell out of there and build a future for yourself. Now remember to subscribe. I have regular videos going up, and I have a Sunday night 8 p.m. Johannesburg time a live stream where you're happy to participate. I'd love you to participate, and we discuss issues mainly related to migration to other parts of the world. And it's becoming increasingly popular. I now have well over 2,000 subscribers, and I thank you for that. And we'll see you Sunday night, but do subscribe.
That could have been entered into. So we are not going to do that. I can give you that assurance. You have already launched your PIA application, and good luck with that. But as for us, we are saying we are extremely careful. This government has been in office almost for 25 years. And in 25 years, we have not sold South Africa, not even to the highest bidder. We have not sold the soul of South Africa to the highest bidder. And those that may have tried, in the end, will fail completely. So you can trust us when it comes to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The Honorable Julius.
Thank you, Chairperson. Mr. President, I can guarantee you now that no country, especially China, they will never do something for free. We have a problem in this country of corruption. We are still busy sorting it out, as you said earlier. We cannot afford secrecy. Honestly, the South African public out there do not trust the ANC government at this stage, and you know it for a fact. It is a fact. They don't trust you. Corruption is the order of the day, and you already acknowledged it. Now, Mr. President, when these things happen in the country, I'm sorry, ANC members, your corruption will stop. The President said you will go to jail. Most of you will go to jail. But, Mr. President, with all this secrecy, people can now out there, the public out there, already making up their own minds. And I heard someone saying to me that, you know what, this is the ANC election money now. That is where the money will come from for the election in 2019, because you don't have money and again you're selling the state. Can you guarantee South Africa today that the ANC will not benefit a cent from these deals that you have made in China? Thank you, Chair.
Mr. President.
I don't know whether that question really deserves an answer, because apart from anything else, it's quite insulting, quite honestly. It is quite insulting that as we go out to try to advance the interests of our country, there are people like Honorable Julius who say that you are doing it because you want to benefit either yourself or the party. It truly does not deserve an answer. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Honorable Shabangu. The Honorable Shabangu. Oh, I'm told it's the Honorable Ngwenya. I just saw a hand.
Thank you, Chair. Dimasiari bo President. President, since democracy, South Africa has received loans from many countries and institutions, including the Chinese. This objection that we find now in this House from the DA about the Chinese loans clearly shows who their masters are. Because if it had been the World Bank, the IMF, Britain, or the US, this question would never be asked. But that's not the point, President. The point is that South Africa still has to secure loans because it does not have the tools and funds needed to invest in its SOEs. That is a sad reality. What is needed is a state-owned bank and central bank with a developmental mandate. EFF has tabled 2 bills to make both of these a reality. What is your government's position on a state-owned bank and a nationalized reserve bank as proposed in private member bills that we have tabled? Ndolebo.
Mr. President.
Thank you. The issue of a state bank. The issue of a state bank has been in discussion for a very long time. And it has been the resolution of the governing party over a number of conferences. And the issue of the nationalization of the central bank has also been a current issue that was also discussed at the conference of the governing party. So those positions are positions that are out there in the open, and they're matters, obviously, that have to be debated, even here. And now that bills have been put forward, those bills will obviously be charted through the processes of Parliament to see where they go. Now, in the end, clearly, the African National Congress, in entering the discussion, will be looking at it not to grab headlines, not for sloganeering. The ANC will be entering the discussion because it is a responsible political party that seeks to develop the economy of our country, will do so responsibly. Whilst others want to grab headlines and the neon lights, we will be doing it to put effect to the decisions that were taken by the ANC conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Honorable Khai.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Order. Honorable Matoda. Honorable Matoda Sambat, do not agree to be distracted by Honorable Mukwili. You are protected, Honorable Khai.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable President, I'm also not going to ask ideologically anti-China question, like our colleagues from the DA. Like Honorable Ngwenya is saying, loans have been borrowed from other countries, but they have never even asked the conditions of those investment loans. But now, because it's China, they even want to go to court about these issues. So my progressive question, therefore, is that how will the 33 billion investment loan to Eskom assist or benefit current government efforts to ensure electricity security to meet the demands of the South African economy, while also assisting electricity security throughout the SADC region? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. The Honorable the President.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. It is true and comes as a real surprise to us. I guess it is driven by the prejudice that the DA has against China. It is driven by the notion that they have that China is out to colonize Africa, and we refute that because China has become the second largest economy in the world, and one of these years they will become the largest economy in the world. And it's an economy that has 1.3 billion people, and a huge number of them being consumers of one product or another. And we trade with them, and they're the only country with such a size of an economy that says to us, we want to balance the trade between yourself and us, and we want you to sell goods that are value added to us so that we no longer buy raw materials from you. And we find that quite encouraging to have a partner like that, and also a partner who currently being well endowed with financial resources is able through its various state-owned enterprises and banks to be able to offer loans, and loans that come at competitive rates, loans that come at no more sort of difficult conditions to us. And those are the type of people that we have found a lot easier to deal with. But at the same time, we do get loans from a number of other entities around the world, and for those we are never asked a single question, as you correctly say. But having said that, the 33 billion rand that will flow in will go towards developing Kusile, and it will boost our capability in terms of increasing the capacity of our grid. And we will also be able to continue, yes, exporting electricity to nearby countries. Zimbabwe continues to import electricity from us, and we want to bolster our electricity grid so that as our economy grows and continues to grow into the future, we find ourselves well positioned. South Africa remains the most industrialized country on the continent, and therefore having an capability in relation to energy is in tandem with the size of an economy that we have. So we are going to continue utilizing the financial muscle that we can get from those who are willing to give us loans to bolster that. And much of the money, in fact all of it, will go towards just putting the money in Kusile and to strengthen ESCOM at the same time. Thank you, Honorable Chair.